Hi guys, it is June 18th. We're looking at 3rd through 5th graders. If you were with us this last week for Vacation Bible School, thank you so much. It was a fun week and I'm excited about some of the new songs we learned and the different ways that we're going to engage in gadgets and gizmos the rest of the summer. Today, in your small group activity, your opening activity is kind of a Pictionary kind of game. You'll get a bag of cards like this, and there's all kinds of different pictures on the cards. Kids are going to draw a card and not show it to anybody, and then they're supposed to find a way to draw a picture that's on one of those cards without them seeing it. And I'm going to draw a card and see if you can guess what I drew when I can't see what I'm supposed to be drawing. As a hint for kids when they can't see what they're drawing, encourage them to not pick up their pencil very often, because that way they can at least close up whatever they're doing. All right, do you know what this is? It doesn't look anything like it's supposed to. That's supposed to be a battery. Did you get that? No, I didn't either. But it's a fun way to laugh together and to enjoy being together. Today in our Bible story, we're talking about chapter 2 of Genesis, where Adam gets a job. And I know this is not a part that I have ever focused on when I have taught with kids, but I think it's going to be a fun day today because we get to give the kids jobs and they get to be creative in how they solve the problems on their job. I don't know if your job requires for you to do a lot of troubleshooting. I know as a mom, my biggest job is troubleshooting day in and day out. So all of the skills that I learned being a mom, I definitely have to use creativity to figure out how I'm going to solve problems or let them go. In your small groups today, when you move into small group, you'll have a prayer card that you can share with each kid. Feel free to use this prayer card at any point during your small group time, or you can just pass it to the kids to take home to pray about and think about. I would encourage you during your small group to maybe use these as ways to get to know each other better. Maybe it's a way that you focus on each other and share your requests with each other, or in a prayer journal that you've developed together. Your small group activity is an activity called Problem Solved. And there'll be some cards like this in your baskets today. And on the cards, you're going to pair up kids and you're going to give them one of the cards. Now in the curriculum, it suggests that you share a story. I know Heather and I like to encourage small group leaders to really pay attention to these make it personal times. This is where you begin to feel like a person to your kids in your small group, and you're not just a teacher or a head that tells them what to do or how to do it. When you can share a personal story of how God has shown you different things, I think it helps bond us together, and it also helps kids to realize that, oh, you mean they have to do this too? And yes, we all have to every day come up with have to come face to face with believing in God every day for all of the things that we do every day. So each situation, the kids are supposed to figure out a way that they can solve that problem. And then they're supposed to act it out for you guys, I believe. At the end of the activity, invite kids to talk about some real life problems they are trying to figure out. So maybe some of these problems on these cards seem a little superficial. If you know things about the kids in your group, go ahead and make up your own situations and see if the kids have ways to solve that. Again, this is a really great way to get to know the kids in your group and to encourage them and to maybe partner with their parents even. Like if this is a time where a kid shares something deep going on in their family's life or in their lives around them this summer, this could be a way that you encourage their family who comes and picks them up later, and let them know that, guys, we're not here to judge you, but we're here to help support you. And if there's anything I can do, please, please, please let me know. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, please grab me or one of your campus leaders, because we would be more than willing to help partner with you and those parents. Your Bible memory verse is the same for the whole month. You'll have some index cards that probably by this time in the month already have all the words on it. We hope that you do have cards that have words on it already. If not, feel free to have your kids write one word on each card for the Bible memory verse. You're going to scramble them up and mix them up and help get the kids to put them in order. This is a great verse to memorize. In fact, I think it's one of those pivotal verses that if a kid can memorize this one, then they on days where they question why God made me this way, or why is so-and-so doing this, then they can go back to this and know that how God made them is amazing and wonderful. And he made all of the things about you on purpose and with a purpose. And then you have a prayer activity today. And this may be a time where you guys where you really kind of call them in close to you. If you need to move away from your tables, feel free to move away from your tables and see if you can get everybody to share some real stuff with each other. They're going to get an index card, and on their index card, they're supposed to be creative and think of a way that they might post on social media, some platform. It could be Facebook, it could be Instagram. Snapchat doesn't really hang on to things for very long, so I wouldn't encourage kids to use Snapchat. Most parents don't like it a lot. But if they're already using it and you know they're using it, then use it as a way to engage the kids in your group. And what they're going to do is draw something or write something on the card. And possibly draw a picture with kind of a hashtag statement. Like the hashtag statement might be loving the way God made me, or just learned a great way to use my imagination, or whatever kind of headline that they think describes what they learned today. This would be, you could also use it as a time where they could just write special things on here and write how God created them special. Like maybe they need to write those things down so they can remember, hey, God made me with long curly hair, or God made me with hair that will never do what it's supposed to do, or maybe he made me with so shy that I have a hard time talking to people. God knows those things about every kid, and he knows what he's planning to do with those things. Thank you guys for leading. Thanks for sticking out with us this summer. I can't wait to see how we get to finish this month together. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.